Are you watching this at 2 a.m. because you finally have a quiet moment? Or are you hiding in your car in the Target parking lot because you just need to decompress? If so, this video is for you. Today, we are going to talk about mom burnout, but not the typical advice you will find everywhere else. We are diving into what burnout actually looks like when you're autistic and the strategies that work for our neurotype. I'm Sarah. Welcome back to Unmasked at Midlife. This channel is all about redesigning your life after a late autism diagnosis. Before we jump in, I want to acknowledge something. If you're feeling burnt out as an autistic mom, it is not because you are failing. It's because the world wasn't designed for the way our brains work. And quite frankly, most parenting advice was not designed for autistic mothers. Let's talk about what autistic burnout actually looks like. Let's start with what burnout looks like for us, because it's not always what people expect. Yes, there's the exhaustion that everyone talks about, but for autistic moms, burnout often shows up as sensory overwhelm becoming unbearable. So the sound of the dishwasher going, the dog barking, the neighbors talking, all of these noises at once can actually feel like physical pain to an autistic person. Losing your coping strategies. Those little routines and systems that usually help you function, they stop working or you cannot maintain them anymore. Increased meltdowns or shutdowns. Maybe you find yourself snapping more often or you are dissociating and going through the motions without being present. Executive function falling apart. This was a huge one for me. Remembering to make lunches in the morning or switch the laundry over becomes a monumental task. Masking becomes impossible. You can't keep up the performance of being fine anymore, and that's actually your brain trying to protect you. The unique challenges we face. Here is what makes burnout different for autistic moms. There is the double burden of emotional labor. We're not just managing our kids' emotions, we're also managing our own sensory needs, often while suppressing our natural responses in order to appear normal. We are reading social cues, remembering unspoken family rules, and trying to meet neurotypical expectations of motherhood. Sensory demands of parenting. Kids are loud, sticky, unpredictable, and they need constant physical contact. For those of us who struggle with sensory processing, this can be overwhelming even when we love our children deeply. The invisible mental load. We often hyperfocus on certain aspects of parenting or home management, which can lead to perfectionism and taking on more than our fair share of the invisible tasks. Lack of understanding. When we express that we're struggling, we often get advice that doesn't fit our neurotype, or we are told that we are being too sensitive, or we are just overthinking it. I want to share with you some coping strategies that I either use or have learned about and plan on trying in the future. Sensory regulation comes first. I had to learn that managing my sensory environment isn't selfish. It's necessary in order for me to be the mom that I want to be. Noise canceling headphones. I wear them during chaotic times, and I've told my kids, yes, you can still talk to me when I'm wearing the headphones, just give me a second to take them off. Take sensory breaks. I schedule 10-minute breaks where I can go somewhere to just be quiet and to reset. Sometimes it's locking myself in the bathroom, sometimes it's stepping outside. Redefining good enough parenting. I had to let go of neurotypical parenting standards and create my own definition of success. This includes energy-based decision making. I plan activities based on my energy levels, not what I think I should be doing. Embracing parallel play. Sometimes being present means just sitting with your kids while they play in order to conserve your energy. Honest communication. My kids are young, they're 6 and 4. They don't completely understand what I'm going through, but I still share how I'm feeling with them, which teaches them about self-advocacy and emotional regulation. Building support systems that actually work. Find other neurodivergent parents online. Online communities and local support groups where you won't have to explain why everything is so hard. Educate family members. I've had to teach my partner and extended family what support for me actually looks like. Professional support. Working with therapists who understand autism and don't try to change my fundamental nature. Creating sustainable routines. Flexible structure. I need routine, but it has to be adaptable to my changing needs and energy levels. Batch processing. I group similar tasks together to minimize transitions and decision fatigue. Managing the mental load. External organization systems. I use apps, calendars, and visual reminders because I can't rely on my memory during stressful times, or really any times. Permission to say no. I've learned that saying no to optional activities protects my energy for what matters most. What I've learned about recovery. Recovery from autistic burnout isn't linear, and it's not about pushing through. It's about accepting that rest is productive. Lying on the couch and stimming while the kids watch TV is sometimes just what you need. Understanding that accommodations aren't temporary. This isn't about getting better enough to function like a neurotypical person. It's about creating a life that works for how our brains actually function. Recognizing that struggling doesn't mean failing. Some days are harder than others, and that's okay. The goal isn't to eliminate all difficulties, but to develop better strategies for managing them. If you are in the thick of burnout right now, please know that it's not your fault and you're not alone. Start small. Maybe it's just putting on noise-canceling headphones for 10 minutes or asking for one specific type of help. I want to hear from you in the comments. What does burnout look like for you? And what is one strategy that has helped you? Your experience might be exactly what another mom needs to hear. Don't forget to subscribe if this video resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you're not trying to be a perfect mom. You're trying to be the mom that your kids need, and that includes taking care of yourself. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.